Some parts of Washington saw a dusting of snow earlier this morning. Check out this photo in Pullman. This was tweeted by WSU. And around Lake Crescent earlier this morning, WashDOT tweeted that they had to bust out the snow plows. I can't believe this is already happening, but it makes sense, Christopher. It's about time, right?
It does, yeah. After a very late start to the fall season, we are kind of getting into the weather that we expect this time of the year. And we do have a first alert weather day tomorrow night. This goes into effect at 6 p.m. And this is going to continue throughout the entire overnight hours throughout the day Friday until midnight Friday. We're expecting another round of some heavy rainfall and some gusty winds. And with the heavy rain paired with what we've seen over the past several, we'll say days, if not couple of weeks now, there's that possibility of some isolated urban and river flooding and some spotty power outages with some of those gusty winds. We're going to dive into all these details. And we're going to take an hour by hour look at future radar, but we have some activity on radar right now. Notice though, over the past few hours, we've seen a gradual downward trend in the coverage and the intensity of this activity, but we are still seeing a few lingering showers right now, especially along 101 from Shelton to Olympia, up I-5 from Olympia into Tacoma, as well as Seattle, seeing a little bit of that activity, a little greater coverage here for southern parts of Puget Sound. We do have that winter weather advisory that we had just talked about, the snow that was along 101. This continues for the next, say, hour and a half until 2 p.m., but we're already seeing temperatures safely climb above freezing, so any snow that did fall is expected to melt over the next hour or so. But if you are heading out along 101, there's that possibility there could be a couple slushy spots out there, but again, we're expecting those temperatures to continue to warm up safely above freezing over the next few hours. It's going to be below average this afternoon, but you can see temperatures safely above freezing by a good 15, in some cases almost 18 degrees. We're going to see temperatures in the mid to upper 40s this afternoon. We're going to see that decrease in the shower coverage throughout the day. Favorite areas, Sassini Ring, going to be southern parts of Puget Sound extending here into Seattle, and that's what we're seeing right now. Kind of a spooky early afternoon here in Seattle. Notice those low-level clouds. We have a little bit of light rain over downtown Seattle, 42 degrees. It is chilly out there, folks. We have that west-northwesterly wind at 7 miles per hour, so that adds just a little bit of chill to the air, and temperatures area-wide, notice safely above freezing. We have temperatures in the low to mid 40s, even some upper 40s in some cases. And as you work your way east of the Cascades, those temperatures are also in the 40s for our friends in central parts of Washington. The showers we see right now, we continue to see that decrease in the coverage intensity throughout the afternoon into the evening and overnight hours. We're dry for tomorrow morning's commute, so you're all good. But once we get toward lunchtime, we start to see the signs of our next system moving in. Notice coastal parts of Washington extending toward the strait. Start to see a little uptick in some of that rain by the lunchtime hour, continuing into the afternoon hours. And that push of moisture is going to work its way into Puget Sound, even the Cascades by 5 p.m. So you're heading home from work or school. This is just before that first alert weather day kicks in. We're already starting to see some moderate rainfall across the area. Give yourself extra time to get home. Maybe try to leave a little bit early tomorrow afternoon. We see that rain continue into Friday morning, but notice that pronounced drying area from Tacoma, Seattle, and Everett. That's that rain shadow kind of blocked from the Olympics. So it will be dry in some areas and parts of Pierce, King, and Snohomish counties Friday morning, but that fills in. And look at Friday afternoon. Boy, oh boy, going to be just a nasty commute as you're heading home for the weekend. We do see that activity start to decrease, though, in coverage other than a convergence zone by midnight on Friday, and that's when we see that first alert weather day expire at that point. Expecting some pretty beneficial rainfall. Southern and northern parts of Puget Sound, the Cascades, as well as the Olympics could see 3/4 of an inch for southern and northern Puget Sound, several inches possible for the Cascades as well as the Olympics. Notice though Seattle as well as Everett and Tacoma, a little bit of lesser totals due to that rain shadow effect. We're also going to see those winds increase in intensity late in the day on Thursday, and that'll continue into Friday morning. Pretty much area wide, expecting a wind advisory to be issued for parts of western Washington. So let's break it down on that 7-day forecast. We see that first alert weather day for our day on Friday, temperatures in the 50s. Look at how cool those temperatures get Saturday, Sunday, Monday, expecting snow levels to drop with a little bit of snow once you get down to about 1,000 feet, and the possibility of isolated rain snow mix on Tuesday, even for the lowlands. Not looking like too big of a deal right now, but we'll continue to keep a really close eye on that, Christine.